Good morning. Welcome to this week of Business Community Support. As we do every Thursday at 9 o'clock in the morning, we are here to talk to you about what's going on in the downtown area of Fort Dodge, as well as in our community. And my name is Cheryl O'Hearn. I'm a digital marketing specialist with Spin Market Plus Digital. And I'm going to bring on our group today. We have Chris Patrick with Main Street Fort Dodge. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Cheryl. It is gorgeous outside.
It is. It was. I was in Coralville yesterday, and it was a tad toasty over there. But coming back, you could already feel it was cooler, and it's just really. And tomorrow's supposed to be wonderful too. So we invite everybody to come out to different things that'll be going on around the community tomorrow.
Absolutely, and there are a lot of things going on this weekend. Oh, it amazes me when people say, there's nothing going on here. And it's like, I can't decide which things I'm going to.
Yeah, and try to coordinate all of it. Well, I'm going to bring on Rachel as well here. And Rachel, it's going to be a great program today. And we have to thank Rachel for her summer work here as an intern with us. This is her last day. So we're really excited to have her here. And she's worked so hard on these programs all summer long. So it's been very exciting to have her and come up with different ideas and work with the guests, as well as a lot of the things that she did with you, Chris, as well.
Oh, Rachel's been fabulous. So thank you, Rachel. I'm so glad that you were with Spin Market this summer. I know that you've learned a lot from Cheryl. She's so good with her interns. And you've done so much for getting this program back on track a little bit with getting those guests invited out into the future. So thank you very, very much. Are you looking forward to going back to school?
Yeah, well, thank you guys. It's been a lot of fun working on this and coming on the live stream every week. And yeah, I'm excited to go back to school. I go back next Saturday. So I'll go back early because I have a group of freshmen that I introduced to campus. So that'll be a little adventure for me. It's supposed to be the biggest freshman class that Augustina has had in years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it'll be exciting.
Great.
Very cool. So yeah, thank you so much, Rachel. And we're glad that you're going to be able to join us today on your farewell appearance on Business Community Support. All right, cool. Well, let's talk about what's going to be happening. We've got a ruckus coming up here in another week, and we need to talk about that. We have Farm to Fork. We also had an event that happened over last weekend, the GBC Heartland Challenge that was at the Speedway that brought in people from all over the United States, and some other things like with small business development, what's going on there, ISU moving downtown, ISU Extension moving downtown and starting up their programs. Along with dragon boat races this weekend. Okay, come on, Chris. Fill us in a little bit on some of the downtown things, and we'll put everything else in there. Because you were at the Heartland Challenge last weekend. How did that go?
I was. I almost feel like I should spin a wheel to pick which one to talk about first. The GBC Heartland Challenge actually went off very, very well. So I want to thank Jeff out at the Raceway, Race Park Speedway. There were probably about 300 or 400 racers there, and then all of their families. I mean, it almost feels like a small city moves in out there. And then we did fill several hotels too in the area. So it was a profitable weekend for Fort Dodge. But better yet, they want to come back to Fort Dodge. This event has been held for 4 years. The last 3 years have been down in Carlisle. And they really like the track out here because in the past, the racers just go out into the woods because it's an off track for the most part race. And their families, especially the parents of the youth competitors, never get to see them. They don't get to see how they're doing or get pictures. And this way, they actually had a figure eight course on the track itself and then went up into the hills behind the raceway so you could see them jumping what I think of as a mogul. I know there's a better term for it in the ATV, UTV world. and then they would go off track, and the people could actually find them in different places. So they were following the racers throughout the speedway grounds. Uh, very, very great event. I learned so much. I mean, I didn't know anything about this until this last weekend. So I thank Carrie Kuiper, the director of the Convention and Visitors Bureau, for asking me to volunteer. And then all the other volunteers that were out there representing Fort Dodge. And they just really thanked us for the hospitality. Amigos, Mark Campbell was the host for the catered dinner for the sponsors both nights. So shout out to Amigos and their great food.
Cool. Well, and I think this really, we want to tell the audience here, 3 large events in our community in 2 weeks. We had, of course, the 51st Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament going on, and the publicity there. Dodgers came out triumphant as the state champions in the 5A group. Yay! Woo-hoo. But we also had rabbi riders here from all over the United States, foreign countries, touring, looking at Fort Dodge, coming through, visiting our businesses, talking about what's happening. Of course, and then the downtown area was so well decorated, and with the Pick It Up, which Rachel Copper was so instrumental with on helping with the Pick It Up trash receptacles out there, and the painted windows and the flowers and just everything that everybody did downtown. And then the next weekend we have the GBC Heartland Challenge, which again brought people from all over the United States. So
it did. I talked to people from Massachusetts. I never say that state right, so apologize. Illinois, Texas, Vermont. So, I mean, they were from all over coming to Iowa for the sport. So very
Fort Dodge, Iowa. Right.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of if you haven't heard, the Field of Dreams game that's been worked on for years is tonight. I just watched a video of Kevin Costner, and I know this isn't about Fort Dodge, but it's about Iowa. Kevin Costner, and I'm sorry, you know, everybody has their heart throb with Kevin Costner. I don't care how old he is. He's got a great head of hair and does not look too shabby. Anyway, all right, let's. I digress. Let's talk about though that he walked out on the field, and the only word he said was "wow." And he probably said that 3 or 4 times. He just kept walking around and looking and going "wow" out there. So how excited! And my brother-in-law got tickets to it. Somebody gave them to him. Can you believe it?
Oh my goodness, how lucky are they?
I know. Yep, going to be going there. I have to settle for watching Fox TV at 6:15 tonight, to watch it. But yeah, you know, while we're here to promote our community, we're also here to promote Iowa. Everything that we do at Main Street or with this program, with this business community support, it's not only about Fort Dodge and what's going on here. It's about what's going on in the state of Iowa, and how we really welcome and embrace people coming here.
You know, it really is. And for some reason, some states across the nation think, well, I was in the center of America and their land locked. But oh my gosh, I mean, the talented people, the skilled people that we have in our state, and the creativity of the artists here in Fort Dodge and across the state. It's a wonderful place to live, and I have lived in lots of different places, and I came back home to Iowa on purpose, and I came to Fort Dodge on purpose.
Fort Dodge, and we're so happy. Well, and then I'm going to go back to Field of Dreams. They had on a video talking about the woman that started all this. She was a teacher, and she heard that this was going to be made as a movie, said, hey, they're looking for this farmhouse. She knew a perfect farmhouse for it. Picked it out and worked diligently. You know, again, I can't impress enough on people on how hard everything is to get going. I mean, it takes work and persistence. And look at where she's at today. Made a statement for the entire state. And I don't know that anybody out there that enjoys baseball or even doesn't enjoy baseball hasn't heard of the Field of Dreams and that legacy that's brought along with it. So. Great things to talk about. So let's talk a little bit more about Fort Dodge. We have what's called a ruckus going on here on the 21st.
We
And
do.
so that's next Saturday. Why don't you tell us about that, Chris?
Sure. So the Rural Iowa Barbecue Society is preventing the Rib Fest again, or the Rib Ruckus. And it is a competition. They're doing a ribeye steak competition. I'm going to read some of this so I don't get it wrong. Barbecue sampling. There's lots of kids' activities, live music, that barbecue rib dinner, and it's all downtown here on the square. That's the Carl King Park next to the library, and it's just such a beautiful, calm space. Lots of trees, so it always feels about 10 degrees cooler than anywhere else in town. So teams across the state are going to be coming for this barbecue piece. And let me find the schedule. Whenever I go online to find it, be aware that you do get directed to the one that is in 2019. Make sure that you kick out of that and then you type it back in and get the right one, which is what I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
So they're going to be happening this Saturday.
Or next Saturday.
Sorry, next Saturday. See what happens when Tim's not here to join us. Keep me straight. No, it is on the 21st. This Saturday is, of course, the Prairie Trail bike ride.
Right.
Um, so I'm still looking for it. Cheryl, do you have it up on yours? Oh, here it goes. Finally. August 21st, 6 a.m. That's when the city square will be closed to traffic for the Fort Dodge Rib Ruckus. And it's going to stay closed until 11 p.m. On the 21st. So we want to make sure that people know to move their vehicles off of that square. And I believe they're still looking for people to enter the contest. And they have an awesome lineup set for that date. Black Platinum illusionist Roger Magic of Denver, Colorado will be walking the grounds all day, and he's got some really amazing tricks and magic that he's going to be doing. So get ready to have your mind blown. And then they have live music in the evening. So from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., we have Adam Whitehead. 3 to 5 is the Section 7 band, and then well known and well loved to Fort Dodge is Lone Tree Revival. And they're going to be playing from 6 to 8 p.m. And they did a fabulous job at RagBri. So they're going to be set up basically in the same place as they were before. So at 9 p.m. or once the sun drops, they're going to do Shoot to Thrill, AC/DC tribute band. So lots of fun things to do throughout the day out there. An entry fee to enter into the ruckus is $75, and that admits 3 people to the event for competitors. And they must all pay the general admission fee, and that's $15 a person. That has not changed since 2019. And each competitor is going to be cooking 6 racks of ribs to compete. So there should be plenty of food. And they've really got that schedule down. So people who come for that dinner in the evening will be served some really cool stuff. There's also a car, truck, and bike show. That's a $20 entry fee. It admits 2 to the event. And then they will be accepting vehicles for the car show as early as 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. unless otherwise arranged ahead of schedule. So make sure that reaching out to the Rural Iowa Barbecue Society if you have questions, or Tim Maple, and we'll give you his contact information in a minute. But I'm not done, Cheryl. There's still more. The Cornhole Tournament is a $40 entry fee. It admits 2 to the event. And double elimination, so a 64 team cap. As of today, actually, the registration will be open at 8 a.m. with the tournament start time of 10 a.m. And this is subject to change depending on the number of registered teams. And we've already talked about the vendors. So, yeah, I think everybody just needs to get ready, get set for a really great day of fun and music here in the downtown, and fabulous food. I know one of the junior entries that are going to be barbecuing that day. She's really young, but I'll tell you what, her food is fabulous. And she is so excited that there are events like this here in Fort Dodge for her to compete in. So this just isn't about those seasoned, veterans of barbecue. It's about, really getting our youth involved too. I think that was it. If you want to contact Tim, his number is 515-302-9918. Again, 515-302-9918. Or you can contact Aaron, and their number is 515-227-4031. And Cheryl has put up the Facebook Rib Ruckus page, so you can go right there and get all of those information there. Remember, the barbecue dinner is at 5:30 while supplies last, so get there early. The gates do open at 11 a.m. So great event. As a Main Street director, I'm really excited that they planned this event for the downtown and keep it downtown.
Very, very, very cool. Plenty of things for everybody to do and to enjoy between the bands. Of course, having the car show is always a huge draw. And really, the downtown square totally sits well for not only having the car show, but for the band and the vendors and that whole area to be able to walk around. And all the trees, because the downtown park, that Carl King Park by the library, is so covered with trees that have a little breeze and a little bit cooler weather, which is what it showed for next weekend. Great atmosphere and a great opportunity, and a very family oriented. I know
totally
every one of the bands there. Well, maybe the AC/DC tribute at 9 p.m. That might be a little low. That's adult time. That's at 9 p.m. But I will tell you, if you like Chicago, you got to go listen to the Lone Tree Revival. Their horn section and with that whole group is just fabulous out there. So that's very exciting as well. So yeah, make sure that you go to the Facebook page for .com/ribs.ia is their Facebook page with their information, or give Mr. Maple a call at 515-302-9918 for you there. So very, very cool. Let's talk about some other things going on.
Sure. So let's talk about the Prairie Rivers Trail Ride. We had Bruce on, I believe that was last week. Again, that is Saturday, August 14th. It starts at 10 a.m. from River Hops Brewing. And you can register up to the day of the ride. I think it's too late to get a shirt now, but it's going to be a fantastic poker run, prizes, a chance to win a Trek bike. With a registration, and it ends at Amigos. So I believe it's about 26 miles they're planning on riding on the trails around Fort Dodge on Saturday. So music is going to be provided by Jared Benson. And if you have ordered a t-shirt, make sure that you pick it up today or Friday before the ride at River Hops. And they will be there today from 6 to 8. So really exciting ride around the community, not just in the downtown. And I think the weather is supposed to be like in the 80s. So
yeah, it's really supposed to cool down tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, wonderful weather for the ride. Also, a little farther away from downtown Fort Dodge, we've got the Badger Lake Dragon Boat Bash. I want to say that again. Badger Lake Dragon Boat Bash. I think that's a tongue twister if you say it. So anyway, they're really thrilled again that Lone Tree Revival will be the headliner for the bash, and that is August 13th and 14th. So pretty excited that is going on, and you can go to their Facebook page for all of that information. But they are having a youth team at the event this year, so any youth 11 to 17 can take part. The cost is $25, including event shirts. And I think they've already started their practices last weekend, but you can still reach out and go through their Facebook page for more information.
And another event that brings people from all over the country as well as internationally.
Definitely. And let's check out their schedule. Just a second, if that will come up. maybe, maybe not.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, so on Friday at 5:30, the gates are going to open, and that's at Badger Lake Kennedy Park. And then on Saturday, beginning at 7 a.m., um, Saturday starts the morning off with the Lions Club pancake breakfast. Racing starts at 8 o'clock and will go throughout the day. And there are 300-meter heats, and all teams will compete at least one time trial. So then they will be ranked, and then there will be a breast cancer survivor ceremony, and the proceeds from the divisional racing will go to that. And then beer is available for purchase at that event too. So they've got children's games, presentations of colors is on Friday night. This is the 25th annual event, so I think that's pretty exciting, Cheryl.
Yes. It's been at a couple of different locations over the years, but has settled in at the Badger Lake, and I think that's a great location for it, for not only for the races, but for all the activities that go along with it. And again, a shout out to Barb and Linda, some of the two original individuals that have stuck with this and been very instrumental over the years putting it together. So
Right.
very, very cool.
Yeah. So also Friday night, they're actually going to have fireworks after the Lone Tree Revival finishes at 10:30.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's pretty nice.
So we have on SBDC, what are you hearing on that area as well as the ISU extension?
Sure. From the SBDC front, we have a lot of business transition and business succession planning going on right now. This is a great time for entrepreneurs to get into their industry and check out the market. There's so many businesses have started over the last 18 months. It's really amazing when you think about it. So Kimberly and Darcy Swan have been very, very busy out there. And like I said, a lot of business planning. And I cannot stress enough, if you are getting ready to start a new endeavor, make sure that you do have a business plan. And Small Business Development Center is really the place to go to get a lot of that done. They have great workbooks to start through and just kind of get your finances in check and make sure that you do have a separate business account from your personal accounts. That's really crucial when it comes to selling your business to another entity once you're super successful and you're ready to start a new venture.
Well,
So
and I believe
that is what's going on there.
and Kimberly and Darcy are getting certified in the
Yeah, in
succession
September.
plan as
Yeah.
well. So not only will they be able to provide it, they will have updated information and ways that to better help businesses with that succession. We have seen several businesses that have turned over to another business, and that's what we want to see. We don't want to see them close.
No.
We want to see whether it stays within a family or somebody else comes in. We've had that happen several times downtown. Fletcher's is an example of a succession planning. Kurt Bacon Auto just had a succession, had another individual come in and take that over. So, but it does take some work and planning and organization. And as always, Kimberly and Darcy are great resources for that.
That is right. I did attend a small business SBA training yesterday, and so there is still some idle funds out there. They're all loan funds. The grant funds have been, dispersed, and that fund is completed. But lots of loan opportunities through the SBA. Some of them directly, so you do not go through your banker. And again, Darcy and Kimberly have all those details. If you want to reach out to them, or you can contact me, and I will put you in touch with the right person so you can access some of those services.
Cool.
And then another real exciting thing downtown that you mentioned, Cheryl, was Linda Klein and the Iowa State Extension Service moved downtown. So they are like right next door. We can actually walk across the parking lot and talk to each other now. And it's really incredible. And I'm so glad that they chose to come downtown. They're in the Wells Fargo building. So if you needed to get in touch with them, I'll give you that phone number, and that is 515-576-2119. and they're on the first floor in Suite 102. But they've got some programming that's coming online for farmers, a lot of some pesticide programs, some other things, soil conservation that they will be getting ready to provide this fall. And they also have some hotlines for COVID-19. And then I'm looking at their schedule for September. The next Safe Serve trainings is scheduled for September 13th, and they do need to register before August 23rd. So any food service industry people or employees that haven't gotten that certification needs to get that done, and that is the Safe Serve, and that's going to be September 13th. Also, all fifth and sixth grade students in the Fort Dodge area can register for SFP 10 through 14. And that is Strengthening Families program. It's fun and it's free, and students receive $5 each week that they attend, plus $40 gift card when they graduate for the program. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to Linda. They have great newsletters, so if you have not received newsletters, make sure that you get on that list. But they also provide business services, and that's one of the things that Main Street was talking to the State Extension Service Office about, is how we can just find another avenue for our entrepreneurs and our small businesses to explore in Fort Dodge.
Well, and I think what really I find exciting as well, having ISU Extension here, it brings in a whole different group of people down in the downtown. You've got, of course, your 4-H and all the extension programs that they do and that type of thing. So really that the location there is very good for them. A great parking lot at the Wells Fargo puts them in a beautiful, the building inside is perfect for them as well. So it's a very good match. It's a perfect program and organization to have in the downtown district.
Oh, it absolutely is. And again, bringing those services to the groups of people, locally and kind of centralized location, I think is really good, especially with those business services they provide, and bringing people from rural Webster County into the downtown so they can see the progress that we're making as a community and how beautiful the architecture is and the plantings. So very excited to have them as a neighbor.
Excellent. So we're talking about downtown and the beautiful buildings. You're working right now on a second potential round of facade work?
We are. We're actually on the second application, and this application would address some of the buildings in the 900 block of Central Avenue through the 700 block of Central Avenue, and then the 800 block of First Avenue South. So we have 9 addresses in the grant application, and the grant limit or cap is $1 million, and our project is right at that $1 million cap, with I think almost all of the buildings having some alternates in there. If they want to increase the scope of work, then they would have to fund the remainder of the work themselves. Beautiful buildings. Again, over time, the wind, the rain, salts on the street, all those things do take a toll on historic brick. So we'll be looking at tuck pointing again, putting in new storefronts like we did at Mary Kay's Gifts and More, and also 1006 Central Avenue next to Little Joe's Computers. That both of those buildings have new storefronts, new windows and doors in them. So that's kind of the scope of work for this. We have a couple buildings that have like slatted lumber siding on them. So we'd be taking that off and exposing that historic brick. And it's not just cosmetic. Some of these buildings do need actual stability addressed. And so we'll be doing that too. So excited to get this application in. It's due on Monday. We still have a couple days to finish our work on it. It's almost ready to go. But really excited that the city, again, is supporting our downtown, supporting the businesses and the property owners in the downtown And this is not free money to these property owners. They are contributing 25% of the overall construction costs and architectural costs of this project. And what is thrilling is Terry Allers, the local architect here in Fort Dodge, he is doing our preliminary designs, and hopefully we'll continue with the project once that gets submitted. But you can't hire him until you actually get
Get approved.
approved. Yeah, just the
All
way
right.
things work.
That's right. Well, and that's really very exciting down in the downtown area. You have to love what's been going on and all the beautiful awnings, and it's just really added inspiration. Of course, then we've got the courthouse that just went through that renovation. What was it, about a year and a half, 2 years of
Right.
work on that, and really, again, showcasing our downtown area. So that being said, we've got another event coming up on the 28th of August that I'm excited about because it was a blast last time we had it.
We do. We have Farm to Fork coming up. So this is a Main Street, Iowa, or not Main Street, Iowa. Sorry, that's in October. Main Street Fort Dodge event. And this is near and dear to my heart. This is our Farm to Fork dinner. It is Saturday, August 28th. We are going to start the evening at 4:30 with a reception. Again, this is all outside, right in the street between the 800 block and 8th Street and 9th Street. So we're in the 800 block of Central Avenue in front of Old Boston's. Due to the increase in the COVID variant, we will be doing round tables this year instead of the long table. We just want to make sure everybody's safe, but reaching out to Webster County Public Health, we're following all those protocols. And we've got people buying tables already, so really excited on that. It's a 5-course meal. We're starting with the beef tenderloin. We have appetizers that will be created by the Fox and the Fort Catering. So thank you, Holly, for that. Following the appetizers, we'll have a salad. It's our harvest apple salad. The apples do come from the community orchard. All of the food is locally sourced. We use the Swansons for the beef. We'll have harvest roasted vegetables. I think there's there's another piece to that meal. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I will in a second. Dessert and then wine and beer are included in the $60 ticket price for individuals. It's first come, first serve. That night, if you have not reserved a table of 6, is $400. And it does come with a special bottle of wine with that too. So, yay! Or a different beverage. If you are not a wine drinker and you would like something non-alcoholic, we can definitely accommodate that. So really excited. I got the news this morning that the Gabriel Alves Trio will be playing for us that evening too. We will need some volunteers to help us set up and tear down that day. But really great event. We've got River Hops making a beer. Shiny Top should be making a beer. Central Perk is roasting that special blend of coffee like they did last time for us. So it was just a fabulous evening. We are asking for cocktail attire for the event. And it's just nice to experience downtown. It's not loud at these events. It's kind of nice and quiet, and you get to hang out with your friends in front of these beautiful buildings in the 800 block. So
it was so much fun the year before, and again, Gabriel and his trio, everybody will thoroughly enjoy that. Another great local band and group there as well, and the Dairyette will take care of the dessert again, I believe, as well. So
yes, they will.
You've got some of your downtown favorites, Old Boston preparing the meal, Fox and the Fork, Holly and Dan from also Sneakers are doing appetizers, and you got brewery and you got local wine. What a great event, and dress up, enjoy it. Make it a special occasion and an evening, and afterwards, hopefully, I know last time we had it in 2019, we just walked to a couple other locations, and again had a couple other adult beverages, and went home that night, and it was sober. We
Of
we
course.
we spread everything out, so it was all okay. But really enjoyed the evening, and a great way to visit the downtown. And behind us will be those beautiful planters. This year is the best year that they have ever looked.
They look gorgeous, don't they?
I think that floral arrangement is what you need to stick with, basically going forward. They really stood up well to our wind, our weather, and the heat and changes out there. So that was very cool.
Right. We have to shout out to Jeff Becker for those. We actually ordered specific plants this year just to see if they would weather better. So thanks for that comment, Cheryl. I really appreciate that. And one reason that we hold this at 4:30, we start at 4:30, is so all of the attendees can, segment out and go to all the different places for evening entertainment after our event. One of the comments I do want to make is we are paying, Main Street Fort Dodge is paying all of these vendors for their services. We are not asking for discounts or anything else for these services. We're trying to support an industry that was hit the hardest, or one of the industries that were hit the hardest during COVID-19. And we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to support them. And what a fun way to do it. So this is not a fundraiser for Main Street Fort Dodge. We are supporting the businesses in the downtown. And I know that we've had some comments from people that didn't understand that. So that's my education for the morning.
Well, it's not a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser in the way that it gets that information out. It's an informational fundraiser. So it's a different way of thinking of it. It's a branding. It's letting people know what downtown has to offer. And if you have not had the opportunity to try Soldier Creek wine, if you haven't had the opportunity to try one of the brews from River Hops or Shiny Top or any of those out there, this gives you the opportunity to do that and have it in a very enjoyable setting as well. So very excited for that. That's going to be fun. And yes, we have a table. We're going to have a table.
Yes, I was going to thank you for that, Cheryl.
Yeah.
So again, you can go onto our Facebook page where you hopefully are right now, and there is a link to Eventbrite, and you can just click on that and get your tickets online, or you can give me a call and we can do it in person. We will have an actual physical ticket that you can purchase by Monday. So if that's what you're wanting to do, you can let me know. But we did sell out last year at 150, or 2 years ago at 150 people. So we have opened it up to 200 for the event this year. So give us a call. It feels in fast, and it's coming up really quick. So
just 2 weeks away. So we also have two things happening in October. One, of course, we have the October Jam coming downtown with a very popular country artist. And you also have Main Street, Iowa coming in.
We do. So actually the Downtown Country Jam is coming in October 2nd, and we can talk about that in just a second. But Main Street, Iowa has asked us to host their fall conference or workshop, and that is October 19th and 20th. So this great group of folks, we are expecting between 90 and 100 people, would be coming into town on Monday evening, October 18th, and working the schedule out for them to have a really fun, interactive evening on that Monday night. Tuesday will be spent learning. And I think the topic this year is really about marketing and telling your story for your community. So, ta-da, right? Great way to, we're in the right place.
For us, right?
Yeah, I know, we're in the right place. And then that evening, we'll have a special dinner for them at a location, again, with, I think we're going to try a pop-up museum for them. I mean, that's been one of the things that we've had a lot of questions about. How did you do these pop-up museums in the past and these pop-up events? Mm-hmm. So we'll be doing a pop-up event. It will be open to the whole community, not just our Main Street friends. And then they'll be leaving in the afternoon on the 20th. But they do get dine around dollars, so they'll be shopping and eating in the downtown that couple days, and we give them plenty of time to tour our facade project. Hopefully we'll be able to get them in a couple upper story apartments so people can really see the progress that's going on in Fort Dodge over the last, at least the 4 years, but I'm going to say 10 years because we've had a lot of progress in the downtown.
Lot of pre-planning to get to where we are.
Definitely pre-planning and following that Camara study. I think that's really it. You know, the city is being strategic, Main Street's being strategic. It's small steps, but they sure add up to a really great final product.
And by doing the small steps, it works better.
It does. It's incremental. And I know people are looking for some huge project in the downtown. Well, it is a huge project. The downtown is huge. It's 33 square blocks. But when you add the challenge grant, the Pick It Up for Dodge movement, the sculpture by the municipal building, that restoration, the county's restoration on the courthouse, that is huge. You start adding those numbers together and you're up in tens of millions of dollars. And part of it is private money. It's not just state and federal funding.
Exactly. And we really need to emphasize that because there is that buy-in from those landlords and those business owners on that as well out there.
Talk about one more event.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I don't know if you've heard of Adeline Swain.
Yes.
But the YWCA is having I guess it's a fundraiser, but it's just more of an informational event. And that is going to happen Wednesday, August 18th. So next Wednesday, it goes from 5:30 to 8 o'clock. And they ask everybody to join in celebrating Adeline Swain. She's the original owner of the Vincent House and her contributions to women's suffrage and Fort Dodge. So there's speakers, they'll have music and fun that evening. It starts at 5:30 with Sherry Fitzgerald, and then Jeremy Ober will start playing music at 6 o'clock. Soldier Creek Winery will be on site, and tours of the house will be available for a free will donation. So I recommend everybody come out for that, support the YWCA, and also learn about some of these great women that have lived and made a difference here in Fort Dodge.
Right. That was going to be one of the individuals that would have been highlighted at the Smithsonian project if we would have been able to do that last year as well, and national attention on it. So, again, people don't realize how influential our community has been, not only in Fort Dodge and Iowa, but across the United States. At one time we had several senators and representatives in the Capitol at the beginning of the 1900s that made us very much use the word old Chicago did not come from gangsters or anything. It came from the idea that they were really looking at Fort Dodge being another potential Chicago.
Right.
So very, very cool stuff there as well on there and talking about that. So, and then of course, Country Jam, that'll be in October as well.
So you can actually go to the Celebration Facebook page and find out those details. And Randy Hauser is the artist that's going to be featured that day. So very excited about that. And Main Street is a proud sponsor of this event. We're glad that Celebration brings that downtown and bringing more people into our district.
Well, I didn't do this before, a little shout out for Soldier Creek Winery. They've won many wine awards here, not only in the state of Iowa, but nationally. So again, come on, people. There's really a lot of things to celebrate in this community, and we're making an impact, not just in the downtown area, across the United States. So very cool.
Yeah, congratulations to everybody out there. No.
And I know
we are making strides. We've got new housing coming in again, that great complex over by the schools, along with more housing going in on the north edge of Fort Dodge. So there's something for everyone here. And we just all need to contribute. It doesn't have to be a big contribution. And I'm not talking finance, I'm talking time and talent. So like Cheryl is with Main Street, you give us so much of your time and talent. We really appreciate it. So thank you.
Well, I thoroughly enjoy it, and I have a passion for the Main Street area. So very cool. So we are at
45 minutes.
we still could keep going on and on. But the main thing we need to say, between now and the end of October, there is plenty of things downtown. And then we get into the holiday season, and we haven't even talked about anything in that area because there's lots of planning going on there as well. So been a busy summer in the downtown area and very excited. So I am going to do this really quick because I need to do one more shout out for Rachel and say thank you so much. And I hope this photo is one that you posted it online, so I took it as one that you really liked. So,
oh my goodness, where did you find that? Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, you can't hide from me. You should know that by now, Rachel. You can't hide from me. I will find it somewhere, somehow. So yes, thank you so much, Rachel. And we wish you all the best in school, and keep in touch with us as your school year goes on, and send us some photos and different things. And, you're more than welcome to post on our social media as well, because I'll let you stay on there as an admin, and we'd love to see your stuff during the school year as well. And I know your professor would love to see that too. So yeah, it's been really cool conversing with him. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, everybody, Chris and Rachel, for joining us today. Again, remember the Ruckus is this weekend, next weekend. I'm sorry, the 21st. Rib Ruckus downtown. This weekend is the Dragon Boats, Thursday or Friday and Saturday, and on the 28th is Farm to Fork. And we could keep going on and on and on, but that takes you through the entire month of August and right into Labor Day, and we will fill you in on more stuff going forward. As always, we are here every Thursday at 9 a.m. and really excited to be able to show you what's going on as well. And this is sponsored each week by Jed Burns, with market manager at Alpha Media, and we hope he gets back here real soon. We've missed him dearly. Same way with Kimberly and Darcy from the SBDC office. As we said, they've been really busy working on everything. And of course, Chris Patrick, the executive director with Main Street for Fort Dodge. I'm Cheryl O'Hearn, digital marketing specialist with Spin Market Plus Digital. Thank you, everyone. And thank you so much for the people that gave us the thumbs up. And I know the caring ones for you, Rachel, the little caring emoji up there is because they're glad to see you here and sad to see you leave us for the summer. So take care, everyone. And we will talk to you next Thursday. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.